So let's discuss about the theorems on angles formed by tangents and secants. So first theorem: if two secants intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive difference of the measures of the intercepted arc. Okay, let us have an example. So here we have, in the figure, we have line segment or line and x. Diba? Line and x ito. Line and x. And line my. So line my. So both of them are secants intersecting outside the circle at point P. So 'di ba? Sa point P, nag-i-intersect yung line and x and line my. And line and arc xy, o 'di ba? Itong line xy, arc xy. Itong arc xy and arc mn, ito are the two intercepted arcs of line angle x p y, 'di ba? So dalawang arcs ang ini-intercept ng angle x p y dito. So kung ganyan, malalaman natin ang angle ng xpy sa pamamagitan ng pag-follow o pagsunod ng theorem na sinasabi doon or sa unang slide na the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive difference of the measure of the intercepted arcs. Now, for example, yung measure arc xy is equal to 140 degrees, then measure arc mn is equal to 30. Diba? If measure arc xy is equal to 140 degrees, ito xy dito 140 degrees at yung line arc mn ay 30 degrees. So ano ang measure angle ng angle xpy? So we have measure angle xpy is equal to 1/2, then the positive difference, so dapat positive. So upang maging positive yung difference ay iuna natin yung malaking numero. So ang malaking numero between 140 at 30 ay 140. So that is why we will write first 140 degrees minus, let us write the original formula. So measure angle xpy is equal to 1/2, then measure arc xy minus measure arc mn. Diba? Then substitute the values of measure arc xy, which is 140 degrees. Then the measure arc mn is equal to 30 degrees. So we have measure angle xpy is equal to 1/2 times 140 minus 30 is equal to 110 degrees. Then measure angle xpy is equal to 1/2 of 110 degrees. So that is 55 degrees. So therefore, yung angle dito sa uh, XPY is equivalent to 55 degrees. So that's how we solve the measure angle if there are two seconds intersect in the exterior of the circle. Okay, so that is the first theorem. Okay, let's proceed with the second theorem. So if a secant and a tangent intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive difference of the measure of the intercepted arcs. So kung yung secant and tangent mag-i-intersect sa labas ng circle, so yung measure ng angle na form ay kalahati lang sa positive difference of the intercepted arc. So it is just the same with the first theorem, that you will find the half of the positive difference of the intercepted arcs. Pero dito, secant and tangent ang nag-i-intersect. Pero again, same pa rin ang kanilang proseso sa pag-compute ng measured angle form. Okay, so here we have an example of a line CM. Diba? We have line CM here, which is line CM is what kind of line it is, a tangent line or a secant line. So it is a secant line. While we have also line LM, diba? Line LM. Then line LM is a tangent line because it intersects on the circle one and only, diba? In one and only one point of circle. And the tangent line and the secant line intersect outside the circle at point M. So sa point M nag-i-intersect yung secant and tangent. So here the intercepted arc from the angle LMC, 'di ba? Ito yung angle na na-form between the intersection of a secant line and tangent line. So we have line LM. We have line LM. Angle LMC. But that is the angle formed between the intersection of the two lines. Then here the intercepted arcs are arc LG, diba? Arc LG at arc LEC. So ito yung dalawang arc na intercept ng angle LMC. So therefore, we can form now a formula which is measure angle LMC is equal to 1/2. Then again, it says that the positive difference. So kung upang resulta tayo ng positive difference, so dapat mataas or malaki yung mina-minus natin. So saan dito kaya sa intercepted arc ang malaki yung angle? So of course yung major yung arc na LEC dahil mas malaki siya kumpara sa arc LG, 'di ba? So measure arc LEC minus measure arc LG. Then, if ever we have the measure arc LEC is equal to 186. So 186 degrees, so it is a major arc. And measure arc LG is equal to 70 degrees. So now we can substitute these values to the formula. So we have measure angle LMC is equal to 1/2. Then LEC, measure arc LEC is equal to 186 degrees minus measure arc LG is 70 degrees. So measure angle LMC is equal to 1/2. Then 186 minus 70 is equal to 116 degrees. So measure angle LMC is equal to, so what is the 1/2 of 116? So the answer is 58 degrees. Okay, so therefore, so yung angle dito, angle LMC is equivalent to 58 degrees. So that's it. That is how we solve the second theorem or give example to the second theorem of on angles formed by tangents and secants. Okay, so let's proceed with the third theorem. So it says, if two tangents intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the positive difference of the measure of the intercepted arc. So kung may dalawang tangent na nag-i-intersect sa labas ng circle, so ganun pa rin, pareha din sa mga naunang mga theorem na yung measure ng angle form ay 1/2 lang sa positive differences of the measure of the intercepted arc. So magkakapareha lang yung proseso ng theorem 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so here we have line QK, diba? Line QK and line QH. Line QH. Diba? So line QH, and both of them are tangents of circle. And this tangent intersects outside the circle at point Q, diba? At point Q. And the arcs intercepted by angle Q, diba? Angle K, Q, and H, angle KQH, so the arc that intercepted by angle KQHR, ito. So, arc KH and arc HJ and K. So, those are the two intercepted arcs by angle KQH. So, now, can form a formula with that given. So, we have measure angle KQH is equal to 1/2. Then, positive difference man. So, dapat, ang ima-minus natin ay yung malaki yung arc. So, yung malaking arc dito ay yung measure arc HJK minus measure arc HK. Now, if ever the measure arc HJK is equal to 250 degrees and measure arc HK is equal to 110. So then we can substitute these values to the given formula or to the formula form. So we have M measure angle KQH is equal to 1/2. Then substitute 250 degrees minus 110 degrees. So we have measure angle KQH is equal to 1/2. Then 250 minus 110 is equal to 140 degrees. So measure angle KQH is equal to 1/2 of 140, which is equal to 70 degrees. So meaning to say, yung angle dito ay equal, yung angle KQH ay equivalent to 70 degrees. Okay, so that's how we solve the third theorem. So the two tangent lines intersect at the exterior of the circle. Okay, now let's proceed with the fourth theorem, and it states if two secants intersect in the interior of a circle, then the measure of an angle formed is 1/2 the sum of the measures of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. Okay, so medyo iba na itong context dahil dalawang secant na nag-intersect sa loob ng circle. Pag nasa loob na ng circle nag-intersect yung dalawang secant, so yung measure ng angle form inside the circle is 1/2 the sum of the measure. So sum na, hindi na difference. Meaning to say, i-add na natin yung mga measure of the arcs intercepted by the angle. So merong mga consideration dito. Intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. So magkaiba yung intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. Okay, so again, the measure of an angle formed is 1/2 the sum of the measures of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. Okay, so let us have an example to understand this theorem. So we have here, in the figure, we have line WS, di ba? Line WS. And we have line WS and we have line RX. Diba? So both of them are secants intersecting inside the circle. Then we can see that arc WR and arc XS. Oops. Arc XS are two intercepted arcs by angle 1. Diba? And this angle 1 is considered as the vertical angles. And we have here another one which is arc WX intercepts with angle 2 and arc RS intercept with angle 2. Diba? So we have here angle 1 and angle 2 here. So this angle 1 intercepts arc WR at arc XS. Then angle 2 here intercepts arc WX and arc RS. Diba? So, meaning to say, kung angle 2 dito, angle 2 din dito. Kung angle 1 dyan, angle 1 din dito. Because they are vertical angles. Diba? Vertical angles are congruent. So, that is why we can solve them separately. We can solve the measure angle 2 and we can also solve measure angle 1 separately in this example. Okay, so if we try to solve measure angle 1 here, so measure angle 1 is just equal to 1/2, then the sum of the intercepted arc, which is M measure arc WR plus measure arc XS, diba? Then if ever the measure arc WR is equal to 100 and measure arc XS is equal to 120 degrees, then we have measure angle 1 is equal to 1/2, then 100 degrees plus 120 degrees. And we have measure angle 1 is equal to 1/2, then 100 plus 120 is equal to 220 degrees. Therefore, the value of angle 1 is equal to 1/2 of 220, that is 110 degrees. So both angle 1 here is equivalent to 110 degrees. Okay, so did you follow? Okay, so now let's proceed to solve measure angle 2. So in measure angle 2, we will just follow the procedure in finding measure angle 1. So measure angle 2 is equal to 1/2, then the intercepted arc of measure angle 2. So we have measure arc WX plus measure arc RS. Diba? So if ever measure arc WX is equal to 80 degrees and measure arc RS is equal to 60 degrees, then we have measure angle 2 is equal to 1/2 and substitute the values. So we have 80 degrees plus 60 degrees. So measure angle 2 is equal to 1/2. 80 plus 60 is equal to 140 degrees. Then 1/2 of 140 degrees is equal to 70 degrees. So that's it. So that's how we solve theorem number 4. Okay, so did you follow? Okay, let's proceed with the last theorem. So it states that if a secant and tangent intersect at the point of tangency, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. Okay, so sinasabi dito, if a secant and tangent intersect at the point of tangency, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 of the measure. So 1/2 the measure of the intercepted arc lang kung ang secant and tangent intersect at the point of tangency. So let us have an example. So here we have a line QS, diba? Line QS, and line QS is a secant. Then line WR is a tangent. Then these lines intersect at point S. Diba? At point S. Then these these intersecting lines only intercept not only, but it intersects RQS and RQTS, diba? So that's it. So now let us try to solve this problem. So if we will find the angle QSR, so therefore we have measure angle QSR is just equal to 1/2 of its intercepted arc. So ang intercepted arc ng angle QSR is only measure arc QS. Then if measure arc QS is equal to 170 degrees, so therefore measure angle QSR is equal to 1/2 times 70 degrees, which is equal to, so 1/2 of 70 degrees, 170 of 170 degrees is equal to 85 degrees. 85 degrees. So ito yung equivalent ng angle QSR. It is 85 degrees. Then how about if we're going to solve angle QSW? Diba? If QSW, it intercepts QTS. Now, if the given angle QTS is equal to 190 degrees, so we have measure angle QST, measure angle QSW is equal to 1/2 of its intercepted arc, which is measure arc QTS. So we have measure angle QSW is equal to 1/2, then the value of measure arc QTS is equal to 190 degrees. So we have measure angle QSW is equal to, what is the 1/2 of 190 degrees? So the answer is 95 degrees. Okay, so 95 degrees. So the value of angle QSW is 95 degrees. So that is how we solve the fifth theorem about the tangent and second lines. Okay, so I hope you learned something in this video lesson. Thank you for listening and watching.